Hey, today we're here talking to Jim, asking him about his progression from fleet manager to now somebody who's on the customer success team here at Fleetio, and seeing how you're able to apply the things that you learned as a fleet manager and really use that to help Fleetio customers get the most out of their platform.
Yeah, I did. I worked for a coffee and tea manufacturer for about 26 years, and 23 years of that I was in fleet management. It's made it so much easier for me coming into Fleetio and working with fleet managers like I do to have done those things that they do, face the same challenges that they face. I think that's been a great help to me.
So I want you to mentally go back to your first day on the job in fleet management. If you could have been there as a guide for yourself in that moment, what would you have told yourself?
I remember that day very clearly. I grew up, as they say, with grease under my fingernails. By the time I was 20 years old, I'd already built 2 engines, and I thought I knew everything about cars, and that would make me a great fleet manager. I was wrong. Automotive experience is great, but it's many disciplines rolled into one. It's accounting, but it's also the technical side of vehicle specifications and how they work. But it's organizational skills too, keeping up with a lot of data, really a lot of responsibility when it comes to fleet and risk management especially. If
you could have told yourself the perfect words and made all of that a little bit easier to manage, what would you have told yourself?
What I've always gone back to in my experience has been maintaining relationships with others, not just those that you work with directly, but your vendors, your drivers, all of the people that you touch in the course of your function within your organization as the fleet manager. Having a good relationship with people is invaluable. It's a lot more than just the data and the numbers. You really have to be able to communicate and connect with people. You have to be able to sell them on why it's important to be safe when you operate a vehicle, why inspections are important. You make a lot of progress when you have first established those relationships and build that credibility with the individuals that you're working with.
I know one of the things that we really talk about is in order for your fleet to operate at its best, you need everybody in the organization to buy in, and that's from drivers to technicians to fleet managers to even leadership up at the executive level. And I think that, as you said, those relationships allow you to get that buy-in a little bit easier. It just makes things a little bit better. You're not the only person that we have at Fleetio who has this fleet background, this background within the industry. Why do you think it's important that we have that knowledge of people who have spent time on our customer's side within our building?
I think obviously if you have had the experience, the hands-on experience, it gives you more not only just credibility with those that you work with, your customers, but it gives you some empathy and insight into what they may be facing that are challenges in their fleet management. Sometimes we work with very experienced folks that I frankly learn things from. Quite often we're working with someone that's maybe somewhat newer and they're just getting into fleet. And so the benefit of having been a fleet manager for 23 years, I think, I've already made the mistakes. I've already seen the challenges that they're facing, and it helps me to help them be successful in their role.
What does it mean for you to be on this side of the fleet industry now?
It's a great compliment from where I was. Again, the ability to connect with those that I work with and to see what they are struggling with perhaps that I've already experienced, I think is a great benefit. So it's a change. It's you're on the different side of the table, so to speak. When we're working with our customers, I worked with vendors. I came to rely on those vendors over the years and to respect them and learn so much from them, really, that I think I try to get back in what I do in helping our customers in that way.
I love that, because I think that one of our goals here is not just that we help you troubleshoot a problem within Fleetio itself, but that we can be an extension of your team and we can help you really get control of your fleet and your fleet's processes. And I think that your experience on their side of the table is invaluable. I think that they can look to you, and as you said, you can say, oh, I've actually dealt with this exact thing years ago and here's how I handled it. So I think that's really cool.